My pain wasn't easy to see, it was hidden. I got my first motorcycle when I was probably 9 years old. When I was riding, I could be singing, making up songs, or crying, or screaming, and jumping ditches and stuff like that. My motorcycle didn't care. My parents were going through a really tough time, and as they were fighting, I heard them say that I wasn't planned. It made me question my life, like, was I wanted? Is there a purpose for my life? Like, why am I here? I just caused so much trouble. So outwardly, I was a good kid, but there was the other side of me that was just hurting. When I was 16, I suspected I was pregnant. I took the pregnancy test, and it was positive. I was in trouble, and I didn't know what to do. There was a part of me at that time when I found out that wanted that baby, something of my own to love and maybe give the love that I didn't feel like I was receiving. And yet, I decided to get an abortion. The procedure was done, and when I looked over at the counter, I saw my baby. And I don't know why that happened, other than it'll never go away. I'm never gonna forget that day. So I tucked it away. You wipe off your tears and you get up and you didn't talk about it again. I didn't realize that I was taking a precious gift and throwing it away. I wasn't satisfied with who I was. I was carrying horrible guilt and shame. I didn't spend a lot of time alone with myself because I didn't like the thoughts that came. When everything would catch up with me, I would change my scenery. And I would move away or change the situation or change the relationship. I had my daughters, and 2 divorces later, I was a mess. I really had a desire to make things better, so I did the best I could to try to be a really great mom. As my daughters start to get a little older, I just hit the wall. I came to a point, I think, where I was just tired, and I knew I was falling. It was like having the rug pulled out from under me, and I didn't know what to do next. I mean, I didn't know what other tricks there were that I could try. And so I sent my daughters away with my family, feeling like I wasn't even sure if I was going to see them again. And they don't know that. It felt terrible. But that's how much I was preparing for what was going to come next. I got on my motorcycle and rode from Cabo, Mexico to the tip of Seattle. The stops along the way were filled with screaming and crying, and no one even knew the depth of it. Someone said to me, "You ride that motorcycle like the devil's chasing you." Well, it was true. I felt worthless. And I just wanted to feel different than that. I was just running, and I ended up in a small town in South Dakota at a friend's custom motorcycle shop. I was helping him out, and he invited me to church one day. And so I thought, yeah, okay. I mean, I went there with no expectations and actually probably a really horrible attitude about it. The pastor was preaching that day about a heavenly Father that loves you. He doesn't care where you've been or what you've done or how you walk into that church. He just loves you. You don't have to earn it. You just can accept it. I believed that was true and that I could be forgiven, washed clean, and start over. And the transformation and all of that, I wanted it. That day, in a clumsy, awkward, tear-filled way, I invited Jesus into my heart. I felt different inside, and I felt hope rising up. Like a motorcycle, God has transformed and rebuilt me. I have watched him redeem my relationships with my daughters. I'm married now to that friend Brian. God has blessed me with opportunities to help young girls that were in the same situation I was in. When you really think about the fact that Jesus died on the cross for you, it changes the way you look at everything. I'm a different person. I have worth. I have worth. It's so hard to even put into words. I'm a new person.